Some roads were never meant to be driven after dark.
They say Highway 58 takes more than just the fuel. It takes souls. Tonight, 4 truckers will learn that too late. Their stories were never meant to reach us, but these tapes did. What you are about to hear cannot be unheard.
Dispatch, this is 1123, rolling past mile 203. I don't buy ghost stories, but if I don't make it, tell Linda I'm sorry. Bill Travers had hauled freight for 30 years, gravel-voiced, chain-smoking, iron-willed. He didn't scare easy, but everyone avoided Highway 58 after dark, especially between mile markers 204 and 210. They called it the Blood Mile. Bill thought it was nonsense. Folklore passed between greenhorns and gas station freaks. He didn't believe in ghosts. That changed tonight. At 11:39 p.m., dense fog dropped from the hills like a curtain. Bill's rig sliced through the whiteness, his headlights swallowed whole. No stars, no moon, just the road and static on the CB. Then the voice came. A girl's voice, faint, warped by distance and broken signal. Bill, come home. He frowned, reached for the mic. Who's on channel 19? You're messing with the wrong guy. Silence, then static, then a whisper. Still bleeding. He grunted, eyes back on the road, and there she was. Middle of the lane, pale, shivering. Soaked in red from the waist down, eyes white like marble, head tilted like a broken doll. Bill screamed, slammed the brakes, the rig bucked, tires screeched, his seatbelt bit into his chest. She was gone. No impact. But in his rear-view mirror, red drag marks, 4 deep gouges carved into the pavement as if she'd been pulled, or crawled. His breath fogged the windshield, but the cabin was freezing. Unnaturally cold, the air smelled like iron. And something else, burnt hair. He turned the defrost on full blast. No heat, then the lights flickered. The dash cam blinked. Click, click, click. From the radio, nursery music, twisted, slowed down, notes warped and melting, and then knocking. From inside the trailer. Slow, rhythmic. Knock, knock, knock. Bill stared in the mirror, nothing, another knock closer. His phone screen lit up, one message, a picture, but it wasn't from a number he recognized. The image showed the inside of his own cab, taken just seconds ago, and in the background, right behind his seat, a woman with no eyes grinning, blood seeping from her mouth. He dropped the phone, turned, no one, then whisper in his left ear. Don't look back. He spun, empty. The knocking returned, but now from the roof. He hit the gas, the rig roared back to life, tearing down the highway. But the mirror showed something on the roof, dragging along the metal. Skinless fingers, long hair matted with mud, legs bent wrong like broken twigs. He swerved, the figure didn't fall off, she was crawling, head twisting backwards, smile widening until her mouth cracked at the cheeks. Blood oozed onto the windshield from above. Bill screamed, the cabin lights died, the CB blared. All drivers, avoid Blood Mile, repeat, avoid mile 204 to 210. Bill grabbed the mic. I'm in it, I'm fuck. Silence. The cabin went black. Only the red glow of the speedometer remained. Then came the final knock. From the passenger seat. He turned, she was there, face inches from his, no eyes, no lips, just teeth. Rows of them, too many. She opened her mouth and let out a screech that sounded like twisting metal and children crying. The windshield shattered, blood sprayed, the rig swerved off the road. And the dash cam caught everything. The final seconds. A slow pan to Bill's face, mouth open in silent terror, his hands still gripping the wheel, but his skin, gone, melted, burnt symbols carved into his chest. In the corner of the screen, a reflection of her, still grinning, whispering. One haul, one soul. The truck was found the next morning, cab torn open like a tin can, no sign of Bill, only a single message scratched into the inside of the windshield. She rides at night. Danny Vega had one rule: never stop for hitchhikers, not after what happened to Bill Travers. He'd seen the dashcam footage, what little remained, he'd heard the CB replay, and still, he took the same highway, same stretch. Mile marker 204, the Blood Mile. Danny was hauling reefer freight from Bakersfield to Needles. Heavy fog rolled in past 11 p.m., just like it did for Bill. He lit a cigarette, eyes tired, mind racing. Then, a figure, walking along the shoulder. A girl in a tattered white dress, feet bare, dragging something behind her. He slowed down, just a little. The girl didn't look up, didn't signal for help, just walked. And then she vanished. Like smoke, 1 second there, next gone. The cigarette dropped from his lips, he grabbed the mic. Breaker, you guys seeing this? Mile 205, I just passed something. A driver responded. Turn around, Vega. Get off that road, you saw her, didn't you? Danny scoffed. I ain't scared of some campfire tale. Then his trailer shuddered. Once. Twice. Bang. From inside the locked trailer. He checked the mirror, nothing. Until the door lock beside him clicked. His passenger seatbelt stretched tight, as if someone invisible had buckled in. His chest tightened, sweat formed cold on his back. And then, a voice right beside him. Thank you for picking me up. He jerked the wheel, no one there, but the seatbelt was still pulled. He looked in the mirror, backseat reflection showed something, hunched, hair draped forward, hands clasped like a child. He pulled over, hard brakes screeched, he flung the door open and jumped out. Cold air stabbed his lungs, he grabbed the flashlight from the side panel and opened the passenger door. Empty, but the seatbelt was sliced clean through. And scratched into the leather seat. One ride, one lie, one death. He got back in, locked the doors, kept driving. The fog thickened, music on the radio slowed unnaturally. And then a scream from the trailer, a girl's voice. Let me out, please, let me out. He hit the brakes again, ran to the back, unlatched the trailer. Inside, nothing but crates, empty, cold, but on the floor. Wet footprints, bare, leading straight in, but none coming out. And smeared across the inside of the trailer wall, a bloody palm print. Below it, etched into the metal, like claw marks. She's riding with you now. Danny backed away, turned to close the doors, and she was there. Behind him. Skin pale and peeling, eyes gone, just empty sockets that wept thick black sludge, mouth open and stretching. Until it snapped wide enough to swallow a dinner plate. She screamed, so loud the trailer walls bent inward, blood poured from Danny's ears. He collapsed, face down, convulsing. The truck lights flickered and died. The CB fell silent. Then the rig drove off, by itself. Headlights vanished into the fog. Later, when they found the truck idling at a gas station 30 miles away, the cabin was empty. Except for Danny's hat, and a note. She said thanks for the ride. Mike Cortez, they called him Manny on the road, wasn't just another trucker. He was ex-military, fought in Fallujah, saw things, survived worse, or so he thought. He watched Bill's footage. He found Danny's rig at the Chevron. He knew the stretch, Highway 58, exit 210. He loaded his sleeper cab with salt, steel chains, a bat wrapped in nails, and a rosary from his late mother. Whatever the hell you are, he muttered, tonight we end this. 11:57 p.m., he entered the fog. CB dead, no music, just a low hum, almost like breathing. Mile marker 207, blood on the road, still wet. He tightened his grip, no hesitation. Then, the sound of a child giggling inside the cab. But the doors were locked. He looked in the mirror, nothing. Then his rosary snapped in half. The beads rolled across the dash like insects scattering, and from the footwell, he heard it. You brought toys. She was sitting there, folding her legs, eyes hollow, lips sewed shut, but the voice came anyway, from inside his skull. He slammed the brakes, grabbed the bat, swung, nothing there. Then his mirrors went black, all of them, no reflection, just darkness. The windshield cracked in the shape of a hand, then another, then 10 more. like dozens of people were pressing to get in. He screamed, floored it, 90 miles per hour through the fog. The truck's GPS spun violently, voice repeating, recalculating, blood mile, blood mile, blood mile. And from the trailer, scraping, something inside. He pulled the emergency brake and climbed out, went to the back, crowbar in hand. The trailer burst open, and corpses fell out. Bill, Danny, others, truckers he'd never met, but their eyes were gone, each mouth sewn shut with barbed wire. One corpse moved, lifted its arm, pointed behind him. He turned, and there she was. Floating 2 feet above the asphalt, neck twisted full circle, limbs disjointed, she whispered without lips, "You came prepared, but not sorry." He swung the bat, it passed right through her. The nails froze solid, then melted, dripping blood. He tried the crucifix, it burst into flame. She lunged, wrapped her arms around his head, and screamed. Glass shattered, his ears bled, the asphalt cracked beneath them. His face went pale, his skin blistered like frostbite in seconds. She pulled his soul from his body, like smoke pulled through a straw. Then she walked away, dragging his corpse behind her by the ankle. Into the fog. Truck found abandoned, cabin empty, but etched into the dashboard in blood. Justice won't stop her, she rides with the road. She watched the dashcam footage over and over, frame by frame, her brother gone. Laura Travers wasn't a trucker, she wasn't military, she was worse. She was someone with nothing left to lose. She burned sage over the hood of her rented rig. She salted the tires, smeared ash across her cheeks and carved runes into the steering wheel. Tonight, she whispered, "You ride with me, Bill." 11:50 p.m., Highway 58. Fog thicker than tar, the cab stank of sulfur and copper. Her phone died, radio dead, CB silent, except a whisper, no words, just breath and laughter, like bones clicking together. Mile 208, she felt it, cold hands on her spine, but she didn't flinch. She spoke the first incantation. The glass of the windshield turned black, like oil spread across it from the inside. She hit the brakes, stepped out, fog silent then, footsteps from all directions, but nothing visible. Suddenly blood dripped from the rig's lights, sizzling, carving the word "too late." She lifted a brass dagger, one that belonged to their grandmother. It glowed faintly. That's when she saw her. The girl floating, eyes gone, mouth sewn shut, wearing Bill's torn flannel shirt. Laura gritted her teeth. "You took everyone, but not me, not tonight." The ghost hissed, a sound like wind slicing steel. She lunged, Laura threw the dagger. Direct hit. The girl shrieked, a high animalistic scream that cracked the sky. Flames burst from her, red, then violet, then black. The fog cleared, her body hit the ground, hollow, cracked, melting like wax. Laura chanted louder, tears streaming, blood from her ears. "I bind you to the void, I return you to silence." The spirit convulsed, split in two, then collapsed in dust. Nothing moved, the air warmed, birds chirped, fog gone. Laura fell to her knees, sobbing, "Bill, it's done." She looked up and smiled, but behind her, a mirror shard, cracked and discarded, shimmered in moonlight. And inside that shard, the girl smiled. Her mouth no longer stitched, her eyes bright and watching. Final words echoed in Laura's head, not hers, not human. "You can't kill the road. You only join it."
This story ends, but the darkness waits. Another soul, another story. We'll be watching. If you're still breathing, subscribe. Midnight Archives never forgets its visitors.